Yeah, we've got quite a busy start to the new year, really, starting on January the 22nd at York Hall, where we've got our Dutch Cruiserweight making his home debut. He's already had one fight for us in Manchester, where he had to go in as an opponent. It was a bit of an hard fight for him for his first fight. But we expect good things out of Mitchell. He went to America and he won the Golden Gloves. He's had 3 professional fights in Holland and won them all. Obviously lost his debut here, but we look to get on the win here and keep the boy rolling. It's very difficult for him to be a house fighter because he's a foreign guy in England. So the boys have all clubbed together up. We had to sell 100 tickets to be an house fighter on this fight, and all the boys have helped him out. And with our new website, plug, TKO box office, where you can get most of your tickets for our fighters who are fighting. I've got two opponents on the bill the same night, in Danny Connors and Daryl Setterfield. Both will give good accounts of themselves. That's on Graham Earl's show. In February, I've got another guy debuting for myself, Leon Williams, on the Frank Maloney show, on Sam Webb's undercard, as you just saw. He's manager with his belly out. See you later. See you later on. And Leon Williams, who's the Cruiserweight Southern Area champion, just come to me, doing very well. So he makes his debut for me on the Frank Maloney show. And then in March, I've got busy March 8 on Steve Goodwin's 2 shows. March the 5th and March the 19th, so busy start to the new year, really. Yeah, I mean, I like Leon. He's been trained very well. His last trainer, who actually trains Derek Chisora, they've done a great job with him. For whatever reasons they may have seemed to have parted. Leon's chose to come here to this gym. It's a little bit nearer for him as well. I mean, he was having to travel from Streatham to Finchley, which was a little bit of a long way. Still takes him like best part of 40 minutes to get here. But he seems a dedicated kid. I'm just really finding out about Leon. So to comment how far I think he would go would be a bit hard for me at the moment. But I like what I'm seeing. I like his progress, and hopefully we can do things with him. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing great in the cruiserweight division. If you're that little bit special, you could do something. Leon packs a lot of power, hell of a lot of power in his fists, and the problem with him is at the moment he ain't delivering them properly. So maybe if I could touch up on that a little bit for him, who knows? Who knows? As you just said, it's an open division. Well, Leon spoke about, the thing with Leon is he's self-managed. So I'm only going to be, although I'm going to be advising him, I'm going to be I'm only going to be training him. The final decisions at the moment, until we do anything different, is going to be made by Leon. But it's certainly a fight that I wouldn't have no problems in taking again. You know, for one of the, who knows, English title or something like that, you know, it'd be a nice step forward for Leon, you know what I mean? All right, well, I mean, since last season, where my top 3 or 4 fighters come to the end of their career and retired, you know, Matthew Marsh and Tony Oakey and people like that, we're quite new blood, new kids on the block, if you like. A lot of good amateurs have just turned professional with me, starting their professional careers. And the problem with them at the moment is a lot of big promoters ain't really taking too much on at the moment, because TV's all over the place again and no one's certain they can get them guaranteed work. So the only place these kids can find fights is on the smaller shows. And for me, Steve Goodwin has been you know, he runs it a little bit different to other people, but doing a very efficient job, made a few mistakes along the way. He ain't frightened of taking people's advice and speaking to people, which is good. He's clearly not a boxing man, he's a businessman, but he's learning, you know, and for people like myself who have got a big stable of fighters, the Steve Goodwins of this world we need. Graham Earl, obviously, our relationship goes without saying. We was together a long while as trainer and fighter, and had a little bit of a sour ending, but that's patched up now. We're very good friends again, and I'll help Graham out in every way I can, you know, and if it's putting all of my fighters on his shows, then I will do. All right, yeah, the gym in itself, as you've seen this morning, is quite busy. It's flourishing. You know, a lot of good professional fighters in here, a lot of good trainers in here, you know, Jimmy Tibbs and Brian Lawrence and people like that. now bringing their base in their fighters here, which is great for our fighters. For me, this year's got to be a make or break year personally for the gym. We've struggled the last few years, so not struggled, but more on the management side rather than anything else. We haven't really put everything into the gym and just took it for granted that it was going to do it itself. Well, you know, lessons learnt, it doesn't do it itself. Needs a little bit more administrational side of it. It's where Rio comes into now, the PRing of the gym, and hopefully getting more customers in and letting people like yourselves, letting the boxing world know that we are open to general boxers. It ain't just our own stables, and if you want to come along, you're more than welcome.